right, guys, welcome to Jay Cutler TV. We just had a surprise guest here at the Lift Factory training. This is Brett Wilkin. He just won the overall Junior National Championship back in June. It was June, right?
Yep.
Chicago, Illinois. So now he earned his pro status in classic physique. So he's out here training people for the USA. And we've got a chance to say a few words and want to introduce him. If you guys haven't seen him already, he's now competing on the pro level, so we're going to ask him what his next plan is and tell us a little bit about his background.
Yes, absolutely. Well, so that just happened last month, so the goal is now to grow into next season. So my wife, Yvonne Wilkin, so she's competing at Olympia here in about 6 weeks. So getting her ready, kind of taking her turn now to kick some ass. So we just moved out to Denver, Colorado 2 weeks ago. So we're training at the Armbrust gym, and it's going great. Her coach is Dylan Armbrust, so really just focus on training, growing into the next step of the level, and then deciding, and what we're going to talk about is, what's my next step now that the weight classes are all very similar. If I want to move up to bodybuilding 212 or stay classic physique, which I can now be 207 pounds. So the main goal right now is just to kind of grow this off season, as much lean mass as possible, and then make that decision. So that kind of leads into what we're going to
it's kind of funny because I was watching you train. I'm like, hey, what are you getting ready for? And you're like, actually, I just competed not too long ago, and I thought you were a bodybuilder. It's just hard now. They're moving up. It seemed to be moving up the weights in the classic physique guys, right? Because obviously the guys are getting bigger, right? My question is, there's a lot of controversy. Everyone's kind of questioning, okay, bodybuilding, classic physique, men's physique, and I tell everyone, it's a great opportunity because people can transition. And surprising to me, as good as you look, you never competed before this, really. This is your first year really on the circuit.
Right. So that was the main decision. I've been obviously training for the last 5-6 years, but I've only been competing for a year. And what it came down to is, at my weight for my height in classic physique, it was 197 pounds. What I wanted to do for this bodybuilding, it was 198 pounds to be light heavyweight. So that came to, with that controversy of what should I do, what it came down to is, hey, what can I become pro the fastest at? You got to think about that, because at the time, so last month we were living in Des Moines, Iowa, and there was a national show, Junior Nationals in Chicago. I wanted all my family to be there, my friends.
How far is that away?
Oh, about 5 hours. So, driving distance, we can get there. And the main goal is do I want to go out there and do Junior Nationals as a bodybuilder, or go out there and try to earn my pro card as a classic physique? And so I took advantage of the situation, worked on my posing that way, but I trained, looking back, what I've been training with the last 6 years is like a bodybuilder.
I know, but my question is, a year ago, when did you decide to say, I'm going to compete?
Yeah, about a year and a half.
So you probably didn't envision yourself doing classic, right?
Right, not right away.
So how do you think you would have fared if you would have done the bodybuilding side at that show? You think you could have won the division or even the overall in the bodybuilding side? Because you've got a great physique. I assume your legs are great too. Classic guys still have to have great legs,
right.
But what's surprising me is with your muscle shape, and that's a lot of these classic guys have the great muscle shape. I know it's a hard crossroad to be okay, I want to be a bodybuilder or not. And you mentioned to me earlier 212, so you think that's eventually what you're going to do? Or, your heart has to be somewhere.
Right, so deep, like you said, in the heart, deep down, I have the bodybuilding roots. So I think, as I continue to grow, I'm go the way from moving up from classic to bodybuilding. Mm-hmm. So kind of see how fast I can get there, that I'm comfortable and I can compete as much at 212 as I can classic.
And what did you like about classic that you might not have liked about bodybuilding?
Just a little bit more. Just with the
posing. Was it harder learning the posing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Transitional stuff.
So a little bit. The first couple of shows I did, because I actually. So last year, my first show, I won the overall, and the next weekend was Junior Nationals last year.
Okay.
So I went, and then I got third at Junior Nationals and missed my pro card by one, my second show ever. But the problem was I didn't know how to pose. I didn't know how to do the classic poses. I just went up there.
Well, you were stiff up there.
Yeah,
probably.
I was stiff, blocky, and that was the main thing. I'm like, I can either stay bodybuilder or I can work on my posing there, and that's what I focused on there for the next year.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. So you're excited. So when do you think your pro debut is going to be?
So pro debut, we're planning on spring. So the cool thing is, the wife even said that, we've never done this yet, so what should be interesting is we're going to do my pro debut together. So we're gonna do the show.
I mean, she's a high contender.
Yeah,
for
yeah. So I mean,
Olympia,
we're
right?
thinking New York or
What's her
Pittsburgh.
best placing at the Olympia?
She got 7th last year,
Yeah,
so
so I
looking
mean,
to improve on that. So yeah, looking
She's
great
been
right
around a minute too. So.
now. Yeah, about 4th Olympia this year. So
Is it hard, like having like who gets the priority in the house?
well, you know, she still
I
gets a
know
little
she's
bit
higher stature, but
a little bit when she just has to drop that Olympian card, and she'll whisper that every once in a while. But we're working. She does really well.
so it's pretty cool to have 2 IFBB pros in the house now. And
yeah. And I mean that's what makes us unique too in our marketing material and everything too is because it is hard. You see that.
You guys train people obviously, also on the side.
So we have a team and clients, and then out in Armbrust now training people.
Do you have a team name or?
Team Conquer Culture. So at Team Conquer Culture, that's who our clients are out of, and that's kind of why I'm out here this weekend. So really growing, and it's.
Does that have an Instagram also? Or?
Yep.
Okay, so if you guys want to find him or check him out on your Instagram personally, is
Brett_Wilkin, and then Team_Conquer_Culture.
So make sure you guys check him out if you haven't got a chance to see it. And congratulations on success, man. Thanks for the minute. Hey, and good luck, guy. I know you just moved out there. You're training alongside Phil Heath, and
he's
getting a little motivation out there.
A little motivation looking over at him,
and we know he's a great guy.
Dylan's great. He's took us under the wing. It's all comfortable and
a lot of knowledge, you know.
Oh man.
My question is, when are you going to get a parking spot in front of the gym? I guess you got to earn that.
I steal his every once in a while. He doesn't know, so we don't want him to watch this video.
All right, stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much.